Welcome, Mr. Carey. The floor is yours.
Chairman Gibbs, Ranking Member Bishop, Congressman Rahal, members of the committee, good morning. I want to thank you for inviting me to testify at this important hearing regarding the litany of new regulations being put forth by the U.S. EPA and their effects on Appalachian jobs. My name is Mike Carey. I am president of the Ohio Coal Association. The association provides a voice for many thousands of citizens working in Ohio's coal sector. I also serve on the National Coal Council and advisory committee to the Secretary of Energy on energy resource issues. Cheap, abundant coal is what powers the manufacturing base and provides affordable energy for families across the Midwest and other regions in America. The companies we represent, both large and small, affect the lives of 3,000 individuals in Ohio alone and over 30,000 secondary jobs that are dependent upon our industry. The Obama administration and its allies have declared war on coal across Appalachia. We are at ground zero for the fundamental overreach by this administration's regulatory agenda. The rural regions of Ohio, Kentucky, West Virginia, Illinois, Pennsylvania, and Indiana would all be devastated from losing major employers such as coal companies. In a rare statement of honesty, which actually bordered on hubris, last year the Office of Surface Mining stated in justification for the stream protection rule that 7,000 jobs would be lost in Appalachia. But that was okay, because some jobs would be created out west. Mr. Chairman, that's simply unacceptable. In fact, just last week, the Army Corps of Engineers filed a lawsuit against Buckingham Coal Company related to an operation in Morgan County, Ohio, which is right in your congressional district. They are attempting to prevent access for mining coal reserves already permitted under our state regulatory authority. Doing so ignores the intent of this committee and Congress when it wrote the Clean Water Act and SMACRA, where permitting jurisdiction was to be vested to the states. As you can see clearly, this administration is picking winners and losers by regulatory proclamation. The policies of the current administration will force fuel switching and shifts in regional coal from eastern to western reserves, which would lead to an increase in utility cost. Some people may think that I am exaggerating, but one need only look at the host of new regulatory proposals that are aimed at the Appalachian coal industry, that are not only just coming from the EPA, but they're coming from the Department of Interior, MSHA, and as I mentioned before, the Army Corps of Engineers, a list of which has been provided in my written testimony. Mr. Chairman, we need to do 4 things to stop this abuse on Appalachian coal jobs. First, we need to declare a regulatory timeout. We are still recovering from a recession, and this administration seems to forget that compared to 30 years ago, our air is cleaner, our mines are safer, and of course our water resources are better protected. Number 2, we need to reassert the primary role of the states in permitting decisions. We need legislation clarifying that our state continue to have primacy in interpreting the relevant portions of the Clean Water Act. 3, end the abuse of regulatory guidance documents. If it is important enough to be issued as a guidance document, then it is important enough to go through the normal public notice and comment period. Number 4, provide certainty in permitting decisions. Unfortunately, we need Congress to tell the administration to live up to its permitting promise. We also need the permits to be processed in a timely manner. The thousands of workers that are affected in the Appalachian deserve the right to earn a livelihood without being subjected to the whims of bureaucracy. And unfortunately, the administration is pushing bureaucracy in advance of the most extreme anti-coal agenda that our nation has ever seen. And how do I know this? They simply are following through on their campaign plan. Also, as a commissioner of the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection, current EPA Administrator Lisa Jackson issued the New Jersey Global Warming Plan, which called for a moratorium on all coal-fired power plants. Now, she may not be calling for a moratorium today at the EPA, but her regulatory policies are certainly creating them. Again, Mr. Chairman, this committee could declare a regulatory timeout, reassert state primacy in permitting decisions, end the abuse of the regulatory guidance documents, and provide certainty in permitting decisions. Mr. Chairman, I appreciate the opportunity to testify, and I look forward to your questions.
Thank